UGA football team is out of sight here at Stanford Stadium right now, but they're going to have to play out of their minds on Saturday to beat LSU.
University council members have made their vote on the banning of undocumented students.
30 years later, and I still have questions about AIDS and HIV. How much do you know?
Kids don't always practice what their parents preach. Up next, I'll tell you the surprising link between sex education and teen pregnancy.
From the University of Georgia, a student production from the Grady College of Journalism. This is UGA Newsource.
The fate of undocumented students at UGA is up for debate. I'm Amanda Santiago.
And the Bulldog Nation is gearing up for a big weekend. I'm Lauren Hall. But joining me now is sports anchor Britton Thomas. Britton, it's the game everyone's talking about, LSU versus Georgia. Tell me more.
There's no question, Lauren. It's the biggest game since 2008 for the Bulldogs. Virtually every college football fan in the country will be glued to their televisions for this one. But all eyes are going to be on LSU. They're the best team in the country. They're going to the championship game no matter what. Nobody is talking about Georgia, but maybe, just maybe, the Dogs can steal the show and invite themselves to the BCS party this year. So this week's burning question is, does Georgia have enough horses to keep pace with Miles Tigers? Games with LSU are a marathon. A handful of teams have been able to hang with the Tigers for a few quarters before LSU eventually mashes the gas and leaves opponents in the dust. They're able to do this thanks to a depth chart that is absolutely stacked. And if the Dogs happen to have more points than the Tigers after 60 minutes, they'll play in the Sugar Bowl. If Georgia comes up short, I'll tell you where they might be heading for a bowl game later in the broadcast. And we'll stay with college sports now. Ashley Allen has a report.
Thanks, Britton. Yes, the treatment of athletes and students was a topic President Adams addressed today at the cabinet meeting. He feels pretty confident about current policies. In light of recent sexual allegations with major colleges, President Michael Adams says current UGA policies will help protect athletes and students. And for those of you wondering, President Adams did say that although a contract has not been signed yet, he would be surprised if Margaret wasn't there next season.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, University Council just held a resolution meeting on the banning of undocumented students. Newsource reporter Krista Anderson joins us live from the newsroom. Krista, what was the result?
Well, Lauren, they just made their final decision, and by a majority vote, they are sending the resolution to the Board of Regents. But before they made their decision, the council heard from students from SGA and also faculty members from Franklin College, and the main reason that they said was they are driving students, talented students, away from the state of Georgia.
The top 5 universities and colleges in Georgia were banned from enrolling undocumented students this fall. Board of Regents agreed last October for this to take effect this year.
Back to you in the studio.
A new public service announcement is causing controversy by showing a newborn baby sleeping soundly against a sharp kitchen knife. The poster released by the Milwaukee Health Department was created to discourage parents from allowing their babies to sleep in bed with them, which killed 10 Milwaukee infants this year.
Well, 0 is the goal for this year's World AIDS Day campaign. Newsource reporter Suman Ray tells us the significance of the number 0 and how Athens is joining the fight.
This is World AIDS Day. All it takes is a simple donation.
33.3 million people around the world, 1.2 million across the United States. That's the number of individuals affected by HIV. UGA Newsource.
World AIDS Day began in 1988. For more information on how you can get involved, go to www.worldaidsday.org.
Studies show abstinence-only programs are leading to an increase in teen pregnancies. Reporter Mari Shirley has more on the surprising data findings.
And, it's a great outreach animal.
What do snakes have in common with sexual education? Nothing. But that didn't stop UGA researcher David Hall from analyzing the effectiveness of sex ed programs in public schools.
For more information on sexual education, visit avert.org.
Gainesville State College is in search of a new president for August of next year. Current president Martha Nesbitt will be retiring at the end of June. A search committee has not been formed yet. Gainesville State is not the only college in need. 7 other colleges around the state are also searching for a new president for the upcoming school year.
Well, don't plan on driving anywhere downtown tonight. Some roads will be closed for the annual Parade of Lights. We have Newsource reporter Christy Etheridge at the Arch. What's it looking like out there, Christy?
Hi, Amanda. As you can see, I'm standing right here at the arch, and the streets are already starting to get busy. In just a couple of hours, these roads will be completely blocked off, and the holiday parade will start at 7 o'clock tonight.
Thanks, Christy. A local group has a tall order to fill, but they're not letting a bad economy stop them. Newsource reporter Ashley Allen shows how they are keeping their promise to hundreds of local kids.
Holidays are a time for giving, but with these tough times, many families are struggling. A Christmas assistance program in Madison County is giving families hope.
If you'd like to donate, there are over 130 donation sites in Northeast Georgia. Check out our Facebook page for a list of places. Also, firefighters in Winder will be visiting 9 subdivisions Saturday, December 10th to collect new toys and cash donations for their empty stocking drive. You can donate to this anytime by dropping off toys at the fire department.
Guys, it's December and we're going to be seeing 60s on the board, but temperatures will drop, so keep those jackets near you. Coming up, I'll give you the weather. All right, guys, I first want to start out with this national map because I just want to show you how great it looks in this southeastern corner of the U.S. because there is no rain, no snow, nothing, but I do want you to look at this rain right here because it will be coming up near us shortly. % chance Monday and Tuesday for rain. It's going to be a beautiful Saturday for the Dome and for the game. Are you going to go?
I didn't get a ticket, but I'll be watching at home.
Yeah, me too.
Well, coming up, we'll talk more about that game, and I'll set the stage for Friday's big high school matchups. Some Northeast Georgia teams are trying to make school history. Stay with us. Now, everybody is wondering about the tailback situation for Saturday's game, but Coach Richt isn't ready to divulge any secrets. He indicated on Tuesday that Isaiah Crowell would be back for the game, but the status of Richard Samuel is still in doubt. And staying with football, 2 Northeast Georgia teams have huge games this weekend. State championship berths are on the line. In Single A, Prince Avenue Christian is making its deepest playoff run in school history. The Warriors will take on Savannah Christian Raiders Friday night at 7:30. Rob Faribault has been on an absolute tear during the playoffs. He rushed for 122 yards and a touchdown against Trouton County in the second round, and he ran for 84 yards and picked off a pass last week against Bremen. And I have to mention, just down 985 from Gainesville, my Buford Wolves are looking to win their 7th state title in the past 10 years. They'll take on Isaiah Crowell's alma mater, Carver Columbus. So good luck to all those local teams.
I think I'm going to have to go with Prince Avenue there for the playoffs. I was rivals with Savannah Christian. So
okay.
Go Prince Avenue.
Go Prince Avenue.
All right, well, after the break, we'll take a look at some of the staffers that made this show possible this semester.
Are you looking for the latest news? Did you know that you can get the latest from the resources of UGA Newsource even when we're not on your television? Community news delivered directly to your newsfeed when you follow Grady Newsource on Facebook and on Twitter.
Well, this is our final show of the semester. Words really can't express how bittersweet this is.
I know. In between the pressure of deadlines, our computer program can crashing pretty much almost daily. Let me tell you, this class was no cakewalk.
Newsource reporter Randy Hildreth documented some of our shining and not so camera-ready moments from this semester.
This semester has been a whirlwind for us in Newsource, and it's hard to believe that this is our last semester. We've learned so much and laughed some too, and delivered a well-rounded newscast.
Favorite part of Newsource is probably the people that we get to work with. I think we built a lot of good relationships here.
Me and John Richardson this semester got to go down to the Georgia Dome for the Boise State-Georgia game. Got to film stuff on the sideline. It was really cool.
I was so excited because my brother plays for Belmont, and they had just played Duke and only lost by 1, and it was the 24-hour basketball marathon. And so I was lucky enough to be able to show his clip and showcase him playing while I was talking about him on camera.
Right now we're hard at work. Putting together a 30-minute show is not as easy as it looks. Trust us.
Want me to tell you the truth?
I want you to give me the real deal.
I'd say the hardest part is probably trying to get the interviews. The thing that always bothered me most was how it took a while to get the interview. I wanted to be able to make the phone call, be able to go and get the interview right off the bat. So the thing I struggled with was having to take a while to, get the interview set up and get there.
I didn't really like weather. I kind of like having an idea. Well, I knew what I was going to say, but I kind of like fumbled on my words and everything.
We've shared so many experiences as a class and have grown into one big happy family.
My favorite moment in Newsource was when Christy got with Professor Castanera, and it was the week I was sports anchor, and she helped pull off the big engagement for me, which was awesome.
Behind the scenes of every great show is a great producer who holds it all together.
Kind of told me what you wanted to do. Our director, Jordan Echols, and our producer, Bryce McKee, are having a production meeting where they prepare for our 5 o'clock broadcast.
But even with interviews set and B-roll shot, things don't always go as planned.
So this is 2 reporters going out on the golf cart.
Our biggest challenge of the day, time on the golf cart. Bought my Bible with me.
Wave goodbye.
Bye. See you guys at 5.
Rain or shine, we always make our 5 o'clock spot.
Well, from all of us here at Newsource, thanks for watching.
And a big thanks to Price, who is directing her last show here. Thank you so much, Price.
Woo!
UGA Newsource is a student production of the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication, which is solely responsible for its content. The views expressed do not represent those of the University of Georgia administration nor the Board of Regents of the university system.